What's up, Warrior Babes? Hey, everybody. Nikki here, and welcome to our Sunday Warrior Babe Revolution rally call. It is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am super excited to be here with you guys. I just got inspired to talk about today's topic from my Warrior Babe Blueprint Live Q&A, which was an hour ago, and it just seemed to be the topic of discussion today. So whenever that happens, I feel like God is telling me I need to share this across all communities. So that's exactly what I'm going to do for today's rally call. I am going to get you guys to understand the importance of something and not let it feel so daunting. Okay, so we'll get started in just a few minutes. So go to the Facebook group, let the other Warrior Babes know that this call is getting started, and clearly, since it was a topic of discussion in my Warrior Babe Blueprint call an hour ago, it is going to probably most likely in a community of thousands of women also be something that is on the back of people's minds and nobody's bringing it up. So let the babes know that we are getting this call started and they are going to want to join in. They're not going to want to wait for the repeat or the recording to come up. They're going to want to join in right now so that they can feel confident and maybe even employ what I'm going to share with you tonight, once we get off of this call, okay? So let them know we're getting started. Let them know to tune in. Let them know this topic is really going to help if they're feeling, actually, I think it's a common thing that's going on, especially since it was a common thing in the Blueprint call that I just got off of. But before we dive in, I want to give a huge welcome to all of our new Warrior Babes who've joined us this week. You guys are a part of a community of thousands of women who are getting toned and becoming a strong, more confident version of themselves. Like, I love our community so much because I see the support, I see the excitement, I see the accountability, I see everything, and I love scrolling and seeing how motivating and inspiring our group is. Like, I may be biased, but I've never seen a community like this before, and I'm really excited how much our community has really grown. So Warrior Babe is where strong is the new sexy, so welcome to all the new Warrior Babes who are here. If you guys are new, we do this call every single Saturday or every single Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guys, remember, daylight savings is happening. So, next week it's still going to be the same exact time, but remember to set your alarms so that you remember that the call is going to be happening. So, yeah, make sure you set your calendars, make sure you set your alarms, especially if you're new, so that you don't miss out on this. Like, I highly recommend, if you are new, to really immerse yourself into everything that I'm talking about. Really immerse yourself in all the material, immerse yourself in the language that I use in terms of fitness and nutrition, so that you can understand what I am saying and that it'll just benefit you in terms of your results here as a Warrior Babe. So before we get started on today's topic, which again, guys, go let the girls know, go let the babes know that we're getting started. They don't want to miss out on it. It's going to be a really pertinent topic that I feel like is daunting for a lot of people, and it was daunting for me too at the beginning. And I'm going to help you guys feel more confident about it and to employ on it and to implement it into your weekly routine. Like, it's extremely fucking important. Okay, so before we dive in, if you are a new Warrior Babe, I need to embed this into your brain to go through the 14-day blast-off videos before even diving into anything inside the application. Please take the time to go through those blast-off emails. They are so important to your success here as a Warrior Babe by starting off on a strong foot. Like, you're going to be a really good starter and a really good finisher. You're not going to be a really good starter and a terrible finisher. You're going to be a really good starter and a really good finisher. You're going to go through the 14 blast-off emails. That's 2 weeks worth. So every single day you're getting one task to complete that's setting you up for success. 2 weeks in, you're going to be hella fucking motivated, hella excited, when usually people start tuning out after 2 weeks. That's not you. You're a Warrior Babe now. So that's what the 14-day blast-off emails are there to do, to help you get started on the right foot and to see your journey through until the end. And actually, there is no end. Like, this is a lifestyle. Like, I need you guys to understand that. Like, I'm 5 years in, and I'm living, breathing proof of still that this is just things that I have embedded into my world, and I cannot go without it. And it just gets easier and easier and easier the more that you show up for yourself, the more that you're consistent with it, and it just becomes like a subconscious habit at where I am. Like, it's just a habit. It just happens. All right. If you guys are new, questions, in terms of questions, so please don't flood our community with questions that can be easily answered inside of the application, because the babes, if you do ask, the babes are just going to screenshot, they're going to tell you where to go inside the application for you to find it. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I want you to take the time out first to go through everything, just to go, just not necessarily dive into everything, because I want you to go through the blast off emails, but just take the time to see where everything is inside the application. And I'll talk about the updates in just a second, but take the time to search there and listen to everything I'm sharing with you. If the questions that you're seeking, if it's not answered inside of the app, then go to our frequently asked questions resource page. It's on your home screen. You click Need Help. That's going to take you to our FAQs, the common questions, the entire platform that we've built out over time of our most frequently asked questions. If the question's not answered there or inside the app, then head to the Facebook group and ask your fellow Warrior Babes. Tag Kate, our community manager, right? Ask your question, and I guarantee you, if you've gone through all those steps, somebody's going to be able to help you out immediately. So don't hesitate to ask any questions that if you can't find the question, searching for it on your own. All right? You guys noticed, and I gave you guys a live video inside of our Facebook group with the recent app update. We have changed the interface to make it a little bit more simple in terms of, reboot, strengthen, transform. Reboot is your metabolism, strengthen is your body, and transform is your lifestyle. So inside of Reboot, you guys will find the calculator. Inside of Strengthen, you'll find the workouts. And inside of Transform, you'll find the videos and the rally calls and all that kind of stuff. The little bug that we're still dealing with and our developer is working to fix and is on it, it will probably be clear within the next 24 hours. I'm leaning more towards 12. But she'll be on that and fixing that. And the only way to work around it right now, which if you're on your home screen, you open up the application, you go to that top left black circle button with the lines in it, click on that, and that brings you to the actual home screen of your application where you see the reboot, strengthen, and transform. All right, and then another thing is that the workouts have been updated for the month of March. So you guys will find new WarriorBabe Burn workouts and new WarriorBabe Build workouts. Now, listen to me, you guys, so that you can relay the message to anybody else who needs to understand what those two workout names are. WarriorBabe Burn is just replacing the high-intensity strength training name, and the WarriorBabe Build is just replacing the hypertrophy name. All right, same exact methods of style of workouts. It's just the name has changed. WarriorBabe Burn, WarriorBabe Build. All right, guys. All right, let's dive into our topic for today, which I'm really excited to talk to you guys about. And I just want to first start off by saying this was inspired by the WarriorBabe Blueprint call that I just got off of an hour ago. It was a live Q&A call with my group in the Blueprint, and everybody had questions about this specific topic that I'm going to share with you today. So I knew that it was God telling me, okay, I need to go into the Revolution rally call with this topic, because if these guys are thinking about it, talking about it, so is the Revolution group. It's an unspoken concern, which nobody's talking about. So I'm going to talk about it right now, because I know that it can feel daunting to a lot of you guys. It's the cheat meals. That's what I'm going to talk about today. And guys, you know what? Hear me out, because you may feel like a really good person who does cheat meals, or you may feel like they're extremely daunting. Either way, this rally call is going to help you and feel more confident. Maybe you're doing the cheat meals wrong. Maybe you are afraid to do them. Maybe you're tracking them, and then you're choosing to, say it was a cheat meal when really you're still tracking it. Let's talk about this, and let's not make it feel so daunting. After this call, I want you to feel super oh, cheat meals are really good, okay? Because they are, but let me explain why and how they are so good. So when I first started my journey 5 years ago, this is right around the same exact time that I was starting. the first week, my coach was like, you have 2 cheat meals. I'm like, what? I have 2 cheat meals? What does this mean? And I remember it was like 3 days into me following like everything to a T, and I like messaged him and I was like, can I have my cheat meal 3 days in? Like, is that okay? Am I gonna lose any results that I've seen so far? And I was just 3 days in. And he was like, yeah, just, go have a burger, go have fries. I'm like, I can have a burger and fries? You want me to have a burger and fries? Like, what? Like, this is too good to be true. I thought I was, quote, unquote, dieting. And I remember going to have burger and french fries. I remember the exact restaurant. I remember exactly where I was. And I was like, holy shit, like, I didn't even think this was possible. Like, I didn't even know that you could actually enjoy eating while you're AKA dieting. Like, my whole world was rocked. And I remember just being grateful. I was like, wow, like this is apparently going to get me results. This is actually going to be good for me. And I thought it was too good to be true. And at the same time, I also was worried. I was in the back of my head. I was like, well, isn't this going to it was these false stories that I was making up inside of my head, and it wasn't even real. It was just because of this framework of dieting that I had that I thought was real, and I couldn't eat like this. So these stories in my head were playing that, my results are going to be non-existent. Like, this is going to totally set me back, and this is going to screw me up mentally. Like, am I going to be able to get back to it tomorrow? The craving's going to be so high that I'm not going to be able to focus. It was all these false things in my head that I was just making. Like, I was getting myself like almost anxious over it, and it wasn't even real. And it's so funny how our brain can do that over these dieting strategies or the things that we've read. And, how can this be real that I'm sitting down eating a burger and fries? But, guys, it is real. And it's so super beneficial to your results. So let me explain, why and, like, the how. And, the next morning I woke up and I felt leaner, I felt tighter, and I actually dropped weight. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how? My whole, like, literally, guys, my world was rocked. I was like, I just had a massive meal. How did I wake up like this? And then I was sold. I was sold at that point. And I remember having my next cheat meal where it was pizza and a stromboli. And I just had the progress, the results there on out, 2 cheat meals for the whole duration of my journey for 31 weeks. And I was just like, what? What is going on here? So let me just please sell you on the cheat meal strategy, sell you on that cheat meals are good, because they are, and they're really important to the results that you guys are seeking. So if you guys feel like, you may go over in macros one day and you're just going to treat that as a cheat meal, no. If you feel like you're going to somehow work your cheat meal into your macros, no. Okay? If you feel like it's going to totally stunt your results, or it's going to totally throw you in the other direction, you're not going to be able to get back on point, don't let your mind get the best of you. That's just self-sabotage happening. Okay, so just eliminate all of these what ifs and is this going to happen, and stop trying to work the system of fitting in a cheat meal. Stop trying to track it. This is different though. If you're an ectomorph and you're doing refeeds, that's a different strategy. But I think I'm talking the main overall arching cheat meal policy with you guys. So this is the reason why cheat meals are so good. The major overarching benefit of them is they keep you fucking sane. Okay, if you're following the same macros on a daily basis, you're doing the same meals on a daily basis, you're going to get burnt out, right? So they keep you sane. They keep the whole dieting, quote-unquote dieting mentality, it throws that shit overboard, because really this whole strategy we do, guys, is not dieting. It's a lifestyle. It's a skill that you guys are developing for yourself. And the topic that I was actually going to talk about today was the pros and cons of each of the meals, the tracking, and then the meal plans, and then the non-tracking and intuitive eating. But I'll save that for next week. Really want to focus on this. So the cheat meals that keep you sane, and most importantly, you guys, how many of you guys feel like you're exhausted? How many of you guys feel like you're tired, you're waking up and you're hungry in the middle of the night, and you feel like you're getting through workouts and you're just barely being able to push yourself through that workout? How many of you guys feel that way? And then how many of you guys are actually incorporating these cheat meals? Or ask yourself that. If you're somebody who is not incorporating these cheat meals, but you feel this specific way, this is your wake-up call to incorporate these cheat meals. This is your wake-up call to understand that the benefit of that. So what they do is they restore the food restores your muscle stores and revs up your metabolism. Okay, so listen, what I mean by it revs up your muscle stores is it revs up your glycogen. The carbs that you have in that cheat meal, carbs are really fucking good. Okay, and I'm going to just keep embedding that in your brain, but I'll save a whole carb rally call for another day. Those carbs, they're glycogen to your body. They break down into glycogen, and they go into your muscle stores, which you guys are working out on a daily basis. You are breaking down those muscles on a daily basis. You are putting so much resistance with the workouts that we are doing on a daily basis. And once you hit that fatigued wall, it's because those stores are completely fucking depleted and you've got nothing left. So basically, what your body is then doing is it's trying to keep you alive. It's trying to keep you with high energy. So what it's going to do is it's going to go search first in those muscle stores for that energy. And when it's not there, that's what's giving you that overarching fatigue. So what these cheat meals do is it replenishes those stores. That's why if you guys have ever noticed, my cheat meal goers that are fully confident in this, if you guys have ever noticed, the next day you're like, where's this energy coming from? I feel so good. My mood is elevated. I slept like a fucking rock. Like all of this, like that's because that cheat meal did your body good. So your muscle stores are rejuvenated. And then on top of this, that meal, even though it feels like it's heavy, even though it feels like it's a lot of food, in actuality, when you go to bed at night, your body is working to metabolize it. Your body is working to break it down, which sparks your metabolism to rev up. And it tells your metabolism, hey, we got to work a little bit harder. And it's going to continue to work a little bit harder even when you go back to your normal routine the next day. This cheat meal is going to hold you over for a couple of days. This food gives you the energy. It replenishes your stores. It revs up your metabolism. It's good for you. Okay? So anybody of you who feels daunting, it can feel daunting, so I'm going to talk about the effects that you need to be aware of and know that this is normal with the aftermath of cheat meals. So did I tell you guys on what cheat meals can do for your body? Like I want you to know that it's not going to derail you. It's not going to throw you off course unless you allow it to. And this is where you are in control, right? You choose if it's going to allow you to derail you. You choose if you're going to continue to go down, not being on track the next day, and then a week later you're like, what the fuck is going on? That's your fucking control, and that starts within you and your mindset. So you have the cheat meal and you get right back to it the next day. You are in control of that. You are in control if you're going to let it derail you or not. Okay, so, and when it comes to these cheat meals, listen to me. Don't be a fucking asshole with it. Okay, don't eat until you're in a fucking food coma and you can't move and can't breathe. I've done that and it's so fucking uncomfortable. Okay, like eat a meal, have a burger and fries, and have a little bit of a dessert. That's what these cheat meals are supposed to do. They're not supposed to be like, oh my God, I feel deprived. I need to go fill myself up with pizza and strombolis and ice cream. And, oh, here's Five Guys right down the street. I'm going to go get a burger too as well. Okay, don't be a fucking asshole. All right? Satisfy your body, and then get right back to it the next day. So let me jump into the aftermath effects of what you guys need to pay attention to and know that this is completely and 100% normal. All right? When you have a cheat meal, you are going to have water retention the next day. You may feel a little bloated. After the cheat meal, you're going to feel like you've got a food baby. Okay, that's normal. And it's completely normal. You got to allow your body to metabolize it and break it down. I feel like I need to do like a post on Instagram of like me, what I look like the day, and then me, what I look like after having a cheat meal. It may help you guys feel more confident about this. And you may wake up the next morning and still feel a little bloated. It's okay. It is okay. Look, it's on you if you decide to weigh yourself the next day, because guaranteed, Sharon, you're going to jump up 3 pounds, okay? And that's fucking normal. The reason why it's normal is because you've had an increase of calories, which is completely necessary. I've already talked about that. But you're going to notice the bloating and you're going to notice scale fluctuations because of higher sodium, of higher sugar, of higher sweets. Okay, this is a little bit of more of what your metabolism needs to break down. It's a little bit more of what your metabolism is used to, and it causes a little bit of stress. It's like, okay, Sharon ate, now I got to do the work and break it down. High sodium causes inflammation. High sugar causes inflammation. You know, the shit that the restaurant puts on food causes inflammation. It's not what your body's used to. So that water retention is completely fucking normal. Don't wake up the next day and be like, oh, well, I look like a beached whale. I'm just going to go eat and cheat again. No, it's going to fucking dissipate in 3 days. I guarantee it. I 100%. Why do I know this? Because I've been through it. Okay? It's completely normal. So another thing is, don't have a cheat meal and then your next day's check-ins. Okay? Don't do that, Cheryl. I'm joking because I find love in this. Like, I love sharing this with you guys. But seriously, don't have a cheat meal and then the next day your check-ins. Like, it's just fucking stupid because yes, you're gonna be up in weight. Yes, you're gonna look like bloated in your pictures. So don't take your progress pictures the day after a cheat meal. Wait a couple of days. If you're gonna have a cheat meal Friday night, don't check in Saturday. I tell my VIPs to, like, if you're having a cheat meal, wait 2 to 3 days and then check in with me, because that shit's gonna dissipate. I'm gonna be able to see the progress in the pictures after the whole dissipation of the bloat is gone. And then understand the aftermaths inside the gym, inside of your own energy levels. You are going to feel amazing. You are going to be, it's like a high endorphin from food. You're going to feel so freaking good the next day. So your workouts are going to be probably the best workouts, guaranteed. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be happy. So let me sell you on these cheat meals. Let this rally call inspire you, and know that cheat meals are not daunting. Cheat meals are necessary. And the best way to go about this, you guys, is to go into MyFitnessPal, choose what day you're going to have this cheat meal, and your day is still supposed to remain structured. So you want to still hit your protein on that day, but when it comes to carbs and fats, you essentially, what I say, want to leave out 300 calories overall. And what you can do with the carb numbers and the fat numbers is you can decrease your carbs by 30 grams and you can decrease your fats by 20 grams. So essentially, you can plug that into MyFitnessPal, normal protein, 30 grams less of carbs from your normal day, and 20 grams less of fats from your normal day. Plug that in on just 1 day per week inside of MyFitnessPal, and there you go. You have your structured day to hit with macros, and then at the end of the night, sorry, my voice is super dry right now, but at the end of the day is when you would have the cheat meal, and it's on track. It's on fucking track, guys. Enjoy it. It's mindless. Have whatever you want. Just don't be an asshole. So if you guys have been on the edge of incorporating this or been scared to incorporate this, get out of your own fucking way and start doing it, because it's extremely beneficial and extremely important to the results that you are seeking on this side of things. I told you, and I said it over and over again, what we do is different from anything that you've ever tried before, and you have to trust me now and believe me later. I'm not steering you in the wrong direction. I would never steer you in the wrong direction. These are just the skills and the strategies that I've developed for myself over the past 5 years, and now I'm sharing it with you. I'm on the other side, and I'm literally reaching back, grabbing your hand, and saying, let's go, babes. I'm taking you on this journey with me. So let's go, babes. I'm taking you on this cheat meal journey with me, and go eat a fucking cheat meal. I love you guys. Let me know what you thought about today's rally call. Go inside the Facebook group, comment, give me feedback on it. I want to know if you guys liked it, didn't like it. And remember, next week we got daylight savings time, so remember to set your alarms and make sure you're here on time. It's going to be a good one next week too as well. All right, babes, I love you. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have your cheat meals this week. Bye, everyone.